Hello friends, in this video we are going to see about Lee Cheng-yun. He is a person who had been lived for 265 years. Let's begin this video friends. Lee Cheng-yun or Lee Cheng-yun was a Chinese herbalist, martial artist and tactical advisor known for his supposed extreme longevity. He claimed to have been born in 1736, while disputed records suggested 1677, implying an age at death of 197 and 256 years, respectively, both far exceed the highest verified age on record. His truth of birth was never determined, and his claims have been dismissed by gerontologists as a myth, which his claim have been never been verified. They have been widely circulated as a internet hoax. Now we can see his biography. Lee Cheng-yun spent most of his life in the mountains, was killed in Kyong, I don't know how to pronounce this, Qigong. This is a place in China. He worked as an herbalist, selling lingi, gojiberry, wild ginseng, hisho, yu and goat cola, along with other Chinese herbs, and lived off a diet of these herbs and rice wine. It was generally accepted in Sichuan that Lai was fully literate as a child, and that by his 10th birthday had travelled to Gansu, Shanxi, Tibet, Vietnam, Thailand and Manchuria with the purpose of gathering herbs, continuing with this occupation for a century before being to a pure way. Instead, herbs gathered by others. It was after this he relocated to Kazan. There Lai supposedly at 72 years of age in 1749 joined the army of provincial commander in Chefyeh Zhangchai as a teacher of martial arts and as a tactical advisor. In 1972, the National Revolutionary Army General Yang Shen invited him to a residence in Wanxian, Sichuan, where that place in China. The Chinese warlord Wu Pei took him into his home in an attempt to discover the secret of living to 50 years. He died from natural causes on 6 May 1933 in Kazan, Sichuan, Republic of China, and was survived by his 24th wife. A woman of 60 years, Lai supposedly produced over 200 descendants during his lifespan, surviving 23. Other sources credits with 180 descendants over 11 generations, living at the time of his death and 14 marriages. After his death, the aforementioned Yang Shen wrote a report about him, a factual account of the 250 years old good luck man, in which he described the Lai appearance. He had good eyesight and a brisk stride. Lai stands 7 feet stands 7 feet tall, has very long fingernail and a ruddy complexion. Timeline of lifespan according to General Yongshan. In Kaijon County, Sichuan provinces in the year 1677, Lai Koinyam was born. By age 13, he had been embarked upon a life of gathering herbs in the mountains with 3 elders. At age 51, he served as a tactical and topography advisor in the army of General Yu Shanqi. When 78, he retrieved from his military career after his fighting in a battle of Golden River and returned to a life of gathering herbs on snow mountain in Sichuan provinces. Due to his military services in the army of General Yu Shanqi, the Imperial Control sent a document congratulating Lai on his 100th year of life, as was subsequently done on his 150th and 200th birthdays. In 1908, Lai Kungay and his disciple Yang Shekshan published a book, The Secrets of Lai Kungay Immortality. In 1920, the General Shang Yangge interviewed Lai. Both men were from the village of Chenjai Chang of Van County in Sichuan provinces, publishing an article about in the Nanjing University paper the same year. In 1926, UPF invited Lai to Beijing. This visit considers with Lai teaching at Beijing University Meditation Society in 1926. UPF invited Lai to Beijing. This visit coincides with Lai teaching at Beijing University Meditation Society at the invitation of the famous meditation master and the author Yan Shai. Then in 1927, General Yang Shen invited Lai to Wangcheon, where the first known photographs of Lai were taken. Word spread throughout the chain of Lai Koingam and Yang Shen's commander, General Chiang Kai-shek, requested Lai to visit Nanjing. However, when Yang Shen's envoys arrived at Lai's hometown of Chenjia Chang, they were told by Lai's wife and discipline that he had died in nature, offering no more information. So his actual date of death and the location has never been verified. Lai Ching-yan died in Kai country in 1933. In 1928, Dean Yu Chang, chairman of the Department of Education at Minkou University, discovered the imperial documents showing these birthday wishes to Lai Kungain. He discovered was first reported in the 2 leading Chinese newspapers of that period, North China Daily News and Shanghai Declaration News, and them may be one year later. Potentially in 1929, the New York Times and the Time magazines, both of these theoretically Western publications, also might have been reported the death of Lai Gyang in May 1933. The reason of longevity. Whereas Lai Ching-yan himself claimed to have been born in 1736, Yu Chang-chef, a professor of the Chengdu University, asserted that Lai was born in 1677. According to a 1930 New York Times article, You discovered imperial Chinese government records from 1827 congratulating Lai on his 150th birthday, and further documentation later congratulating him on his 200th birthday in 1877. Sorry friends. In 1928, the New York Times correspondent wrote that many of the old men in Lai's neighbor asserted that their grandfathers knew him when they were boys, and that he at that time was a grown man. However, a correspondent of the New York Times reported that many who have seen him recently declare that his facial appearance is no different from that of person 2 centuries his junior. Moreover, gerontological researchers have viewed the age claim with the extreme skepticism. The frequency of invalid age claims increases with the claimed age, rising from 65% of claims to age 110 to 111. 111 being invalid to 98% of claim to being 115, with 100% of claims of 120 plus years. It is unclear though what, if any, implications these statistics have for the subject under discussion, as these figures refer to false claim due to administrative error in Belgian public records. Researchers have called his claim fantastical, and also noted that his claimed age of death to 56 years is a multiple of 8, which is considered good luck in China, and therefore is indicative of fabrication. Additionally, the connection of Lai's claimed age to his spiritual practice has been pointed to as another reason for doubt. Researchers perceived that these types of myths that certain philosophers or a religious practice allow a person to live an extreme old age are most common in the Far East. One of Lai's discipline, the Taijikwan master Da Liu, told of his master's story. When 130 years old Master Lai encountered in the mountain an old hermit over 500 years old, who taught him Bagajang and Setta Kuang with breathing instruction, movement training coordinate with hermitage over specific sounds and dietary recommendation. Da Liu reports that his master said that his longevity is due to the fact of he performed the exercise every day regularly, correctly, and with sincerity for 120 years. The article Tortoise Pigeon Dog from the 15 May 1933 issue of Time reports on his history, and it includes Lai's answer to the secret of long life. Kept a quiet heart, sit like a tortoise, walk sprightly like a pigeon, sleep like a dog. An article in the Evening Independent claims that Lai's supposed longevity is due to his extreme experimentation with medicinal herbs in his capacity as a druggist. His discovery in Yunnan mountain of herbs with prevent the ravage of old age, and which he continued to use throughout his life. If anybody can decode this, that keep a quiet heart, sit like a tortoise, walk sprightly like a pigeon, sleep like a dog. If anybody can decode this 4 points, you can comment it. Thanks for watching this video, friends.